Welcome back to another Heart to Heart with Statton. Today I'll be farming astral diamonds while going through a couple of random cues as I talk about the subject that's on my mind. So without further ado, let us begin. Now, this subject is not an easy one for me to really talk about because it's one that I'm still going through as a um, I think I'm actually better at it than I used to be, but I feel like to overcome this flaw is going to be a lifelong job. I'll never be rid of it completely, but I can always reduce how bad it is, as I believe we all can. And it has to do with our insecurities. Now we all have different things that we feel insecure about, whether if it's physical, mental, or just sometimes even being paranoid as to what others really think about you. Now, the thing is I've said this in a previous video. You never want to become arrogant. You don't want to become that confident in your life to where you're where you honestly are looking down on everybody else and you honestly think you're better than everybody else. That will actually bring out the worst in you. But at the same time, while humility is in fact a good thing, you don't want that to get the better of you either, because insecurities brought to a very extreme level can be very self-destructive for you. For one thing, it causes you to push away those that care about you, and it also causes you to doubt whether if those who do sincerely care about you really do care about you or not. For some of us, it is very easy to say that we don't have anyone that cares about us, or that we don't have very many out there that care for us or care about us. And it's very easy for us to want to withdraw ourselves and to always second guess everybody's feelings for you, and to second guess the good qualities that you have also. But you can't let that drag you down, because if so, you're robbing yourself of all motivation, ironically, to better yourself in any way you can. I've talked about this also in a previous video. You should want to better yourself, but not because of your insecurities. You shouldn't think down about yourself. That's not motivation to better yourself. You see, you should always want to better yourself no matter how good you are at something. That too is a lifelong job. Never reach a point where you think, well, this is as good as it's going to get, because then that's when you stop trying. That's when you stop trying to better yourself. And then that really will be as good as it gets for you. And wow, does this look chaotic? I'm having a moment where I can't even see where I'm at. Okay, now I can. Anyways, the fact of the matter is, sometimes some people will tell you just gotta stop caring, and while there is some truth to it, it's more like a happy medium sort of thing. You don't want to care so much about your goals that you continuously fear failing at them, because that will rob you of your motivation. It will physically drain you, and it'll make you want to withdraw yourself from everybody and everything. However, you don't want to make it so you don't care at all either, because that will yield a very similar effect. You may not withdraw yourself, but you'll find that you're not trying as hard as what you should be trying. There's a happy medium to it all. Care about your goals, care about bettering yourself, but don't Don't let it stress you out. Don't let it destroy your happiness. Do not make it so that you overlook those who sincerely care about you. Sometimes you've got to relax. Take the time to relax and enjoy yourself as you're working to accomplish your goals, as you're working to better yourself. It's not an easy thing to try to get over or ignore your insecurities, but to do it, sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone. Now, do not step outside your comfort zone to the extent to where you feel like you have to do something that you yourself deem as morally incorrect. That's not what I mean at all. And I can see how my words can be interpreted as such in the beginning. But stepping outside your comfort zone doesn't mean doing something that's morally questionable, but more like do something that you otherwise can't see yourself doing because you lack the confidence to do it. There used to be a time when I was in middle school that I hated being in public places, and to some minor extent I still have that feeling. You see, back when my family and I would go to restaurants, I always had this childish insecurity that I didn't want to be seen in public by anybody. I was always afraid that when we'd step into a restaurant that people at other tables would turn their heads and glance at us, and during times like that, I always wished I was invisible. And as a result, when we'd finally get to the table, everybody would be talking to each other, but my head would be hanging down because I didn't want to be seen, didn't want to be noticed. It just really felt awkward for me. But what I didn't realize, ironically, by doing that, I was actually sticking out like a sore thumb. People are more likely to notice you when you're not acting like the rest of the crowd. Now, it also made me come off seeming as unfriendly. And yes, it is true, at this time I was very antisocial. Now, that was years ago, back when I was in middle school. Now I'm not going to say what year, but let's just say I've graduated high school a long time ago. Not, I'll just say years ago. Anyways, ever since then, I've had some changes, unexpected changes in my life, to where I knew if I wanted to better myself, if I wanted to accomplish some of the dreams I have, and if I really wanted to overcome these things to where if I was to step out in public, I'd have to not feel that stress, not feel that self-conscious feeling. I was going to have to step out of my comfort zone, and I was going to have to step out of it for so long that it would no longer feel uncomfortable for me, that it would actually feel normal. And for the most part, I have succeeded. I love going out to restaurants and eating with my wife whenever we do, and I love it when we take our family members with us, and I talk more. I don't hang my head low anymore. I'm out there. I'm open. Now, I still have flaws in the sense of, say, when I go shopping, whether if it's grocery shopping or any other store, I'm the get in, grab what I want, pay for it, and get out. I don't linger any longer than I have to. In fact, my oldest niece's guy, who she's engaged with, was actually shocked because he and I had to go to Walmart to grab something, and it was almost like a race between him and I, because suddenly as soon as we stepped in, zoom, I went right for the item we needed, quickly skimmed over the shelf for what I thought would be the best one, and we grabbed it, and zoom, right to the checkout line. We were in and out. That is the type of person I am at stores. Now, I don't know if that counts as me not wanting to be in a public place, but first, or if it's just the fact that I don't like crowded areas. But for some reason, I don't want to be at stores any longer than I have to be. For some reason, that's like my least favorite place to be ever. And yet, there are some goals I have in life that actually require me to stand up and speak before a crowd of people. I've done that for years now. I'm used to it. I don't mind that. I don't think I'm excellent or perfect at it by any stretch of the imagination, because let's face facts. I go over these recordings I make, and I listen to myself talk, and to me it sounds like I lack feeling or enthusiasm. That I come out as someone that kind of like a Ben Stein type person, only not as funny. Anyways, but in the end, this is I believe I've overcome so much, and I'm able to actually, when I go into work, I feel like I socialize with people a lot better than I used to. There are moments and occasions where I still have that desire to withdraw myself, but that's only when drama arises in the workplace and suddenly I get caught in the crossfires of it in some way, shape, or form, where I'm not involved in it, but somehow I get pulled into it, and it just causes so much frustration and everything that I don't really want to talk to anybody at the time. Sometimes it takes somebody else to snap me out of it. And in fact, just last night I had this talk with Lil, the one who owns the YouTube channel Crystal Dream Studios, which, if you have not visited her channel yet, I strongly recommend you do. She does have a lot of words of wisdom in addition to her art videos and her gameplay videos. She is very smart, and she's very mature for her age, and I admire her for that. So, but anyways, let's just say I'm not going to get into details here, but there was some drama involving one or two people, and somehow I got pulled into it. And I'm not even sure why, because I'm not at all connected to these people. But in the end, it was a rumor that wasn't true, and it was making these people out to look bad. And for some reason, I was the one being accused of starting that rumor, which I don't do that sort of thing. I have no reason to do that, and I have nothing to gain from doing that. And I kind of thought, and this is where the childish side of me kind of pops up every now and then, where it's like I just want to withdraw myself and not talk to anybody, because if I don't say anything, then that reduces the chances of people accusing me of saying things that I did not say. But in the end, sometimes this goes to show that I'm still working on my flaws, and I've got a lot of flaws. And sometimes it takes others to snap me out of that. So, Lil, if you are watching this video, I do thank you for that. I really do. And I seriously hope that this story helps all of you out, because the truth be told, no matter how old you get, and no matter how old the people are that you work with in the workplace, when I was younger, I used to listen to this group called Bowling for Soup. Now, I don't know how many of you that watch this video will have heard of them, and how many of you have and are fans of their songs or not. But there's one song that they sung that at the time I owned it on the CD. It didn't mean as much to me then, but it means more to me now. And the song is called High School Never Ends. And there is truth to that. Now, they used it in a celebrity sense, that people talk about celebrities almost like high schoolers talk about each other. But I think their words actually go much further than they originally intended, because it's not just the fact that it's not just the fact that high school never ends, but I'll go so far as to say when you go in the workplace, it's like being in middle school, because middle school was the worst time of my life, really. People would make up things, and some of the things that they would make up would be so outlandish that there'd be no real reason for anyone to believe it. And yet, because middle school is full of forgive me if this is a bad way to word it, but when we are in middle school, we're just stupid kids that will believe anything, because it's human nature to want to believe the negative stuff, no matter how outlandish it is, over, oh, this person's innocent. Well, unfortunately, the harsh truth is when you get a job and you're in the workplace, you'll find that a lot of places you work at, it's like being in middle school all over again. You'll have rumors spark up, people talk behind each other's backs. You'll find that you're one of them. I mean, trust me, even if you don't hear the rumors, chances are you're being talked to in the negative sense, or talked about in the negative sense behind your back, and there will be false rumors, but no matter how outlandish those rumors are, and how there's very little truth to them, or any truth to them for that matter, people will rather believe the negative, because it's human nature. It's more exciting and more interesting, so they'd rather believe that because it gives them something juicy to talk about in regards to about you or anyone else. So I'm telling you now what I myself am even still learning. I know it, but I'm still learning it at the same time, because, well, let's be honest, if I mastered it completely, I don't think I would have even considered withdrawing myself as I did. So, yes, even though I like making videos to help everybody out with advice as much as I can, I still myself go through things where I need to talk to others and kind of get advice myself. I do not pretend for 1 second to be the wisest man in the entire world. I'm not even close. I mean, boy, would I love to be, but at the same time, I am who I am. I just have a desire to help people out in any way I can. And, well, so, yeah, we do have to kind of overcome our insecurities. We need to be able to do things in front of others that we would be otherwise too embarrassed to do. And do we not have everybody here in this group? Guess not, because we should be allowed to pass through this barrier, if that be the case. I don't see anybody off the map. Oh well, that's fine, because while we wait, I'm just going to continue on with this subject. So, if you have a job and have endured these things, know that you're not alone here, and know as very easy as it would be to take these rumors about you if you find out anything. personal, it isn't really personal because if not you, they would do it to somebody else. Does that make it any more okay? Absolutely not. It is wrong. It is an evil thing to do. But unfortunately, because people refuse to grow up, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people refuse to grow. I'm just going to grab these dropped items while I wait. Since a lot of people refuse to grow up and live their life beyond middle school, you're going to end up working around people like that. There's people like that in every workplace. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So remember, don't sweat these things. Something I'm still learning, admittedly. But learn to enjoy life. Step outside your comfort zone. And do the things that you otherwise can't see yourself doing. Like this. See, I, the very guy who has insecurities, doing a little seductive dance in front of this group, to where even Midnight's like, oh man, this guy's really awesome. Actually, not really. She probably either doesn't notice me or is probably thinking, why is this idiot doing a dance here of all places? Oh, okay, so that's why. Sploosh just disconnected. I don't know if he left or if he's having internet troubles. That tends to happen a lot. I am the group leader, so I do have it in my power to kick him. But I don't want to do that because if he's having internet troubles, there's a chance he can come back. And I don't want to be... And while it's not fair really to make everybody wait forever, I don't want to be someone who kicks someone for something that they themselves cannot control. So out of fairness, I will give him a little time to return. And if he hasn't come back in the next few minutes, then I will kick him. I hope it doesn't come down to that, because if it does come down to that, I'll have helped the group progress, but then I'll feel bad because I kicked someone who can't help it. So over here, I'm just going to go and warm up by the fire. So, yep. The fact that I'm even talking to all of you on YouTube should show you how much I'm overcoming some of my flaws, because if YouTube had existed back when I was in middle school and someone told me to do this, I'd say, nah, no way, I'm not doing this. But I love doing these YouTube videos. I love being able to help out and give advice to people. I love to try to entertain people. It is a passion of mine. I know I'm not a famous YouTuber, and chances are I probably never will be. I mean, if I ever do become popular, I will honestly be surprised, but even if I don't, I still love it, because in the end, if I help out anybody, if I help out anyone, and if anyone likes my videos, no matter how few they are, that honestly means the world to me. I have only 18 subscribers right now, so I'm not even a blip on YouTube's radar. But you know what? I value all 18 of my subscribers. And even if my videos only get like 1 to 3 views and 1 to 2 thumbs up, you know what? That means a lot to me. That's tiny to the eyes of most people, but not to me. I am happy if I'm able to help anyone out, and I am happy if I can entertain people or make them laugh, even if it's just 1 to 2, 3 people tops. That does mean the world to me. And I can sleep happy at night knowing that I did that for those few people at least. And I didn't mean to do that. I just used up my daily now, so I can't even use it for the boss. It kind of serves me right for messing around right now. It is what it is. Gonna give him about another 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna kick him. Well, 30 seconds is almost up. I hate to kick him, but I think I've been... Oh, wait. Look, Strider in the text box right here is telling me to kick him even. Okay. I guess there's... Can't say there's much point to it now. So I guess I better kick him. Let's see, I've never really kicked someone before, so... Oh wait, Sploosh came back. Looks like I did the right thing by waiting after all. Kick me. What? WTH? Okay, well, I guess I'll just wait for him to come back over here then. Been trying, Strider says. And, okay, he left the group again, so either he logged off or got disconnected, so I'm sorry, I've been fair enough, I think. So I think I will kick him. Let's see, how do I do that exactly? Never kicked someone before. I am sorry, Sploosh. I really am. Oh, at least it allows me a reason for it, so if anything... Well, okay, now we can go. We're one person short, but at least now we can progress to the final boss. Sorry for the wait, guys. So, anyways, I do hope this video has helped some of you out. I hope it actually helps all of you out, but you know, it also depends on the subject. Some subjects I will talk about will be up people's alleys, but for the rest, they won't be. But since I talk about different subjects for each video, I hope I guarantee that at least a few of my videos will help you, the individual, out in some way, shape, or form. Now, let's see. I'll just grab my item. Then I think I'll just leave, and I think I'll call it done. Let's see. Okay, there's the portal. And that'll be the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it and that you all received something from it. My name is Statton. Like, share, and subscribe. And you all have yourselves a wonderful day. And remember, if you go through any of these issues whatsoever, remember one thing. You are not alone.